Dear children, let us begin with the last section of the chapter 1, India's size and location. In this section, we will be studying regarding India and the world. That means how India and the world is connected just because of its size and its location. In this figure, you will see the central position of India not only in the Asian countries, but you will see even in the Indian Ocean, India is having unique position. If we will see India's position in the Indian Ocean. Now in the Indian Ocean, you will find below India, we do not have any country which is sharing such a huge boundary, that is a coastal line, as compared to India. Hence, the naming of Indian Ocean is also goes after India. That means, because India is sharing such a vast coastline in Indian Ocean, the Indian Oceans are named after India. You will also see that in the complete Indian Ocean, India is acting as a port. It means as a halting station. Because it is connecting via waterways, it is connecting the regions of Africa also. African countries are getting connected. We are seeing that the islands are getting connected, the Australia is also getting connected, and even the Arabian, that is Saudi Arabian countries are also getting connected via our sea routes. So our waterways have connected us with many of the different countries. Not only that, India through its waterway is also connected to the Europe, that is London. And this is the route which was followed by the Britishers to come to India. Now Britishers, they made India as their colony. They have to frequently come to India and go. But then this distance which they were using via waterways was quite long for them. Hence, they have made the easy way out, and from London, from the in-between seas, they have made the canal to reach to India. And that canal, here these are the waterways and all. This is a canal which they made, and that is Suez Canal. Now Suez Canal is the longest canal of the world. It was constructed or it was built in the 1869. Now canal, as you are aware, canal irrigation. Like if the river water has to be provided to a far away region, then we dig out the channel from a river to the particular site wherever we want to carry the water. Similarly, from the London, like from here, whatever the seas were there in between, they have come with that particular route, and then they have crossed this section, and then they reach to India. So earlier we were following this longer route, now they have started using this shorter route. After construction of Suez Canal, the distance of London to Bombay or to Mumbai, it has reduced by 7,000 kilometers. So earlier they were traveling that almost 17,000 kilometers, and now it means after the construction of Suez Canal, they have to travel 10,000. It was still more, but still it was reduced by 7,000 kilometers. Here we go to the previous slide. India on the international highway of trade and commerce. Now, as we have discussed that India through its sea routes, you will find it is connecting to many of the places. Like here they have shown the southern and south countries also. Now talking about the land routes. Land routes are not shown over here, but then we can easily make it out. Now through the land, we can get connected to so many countries in India. Like we are getting connected to China, there are European countries, there are Asian countries, there are Arabian countries, African countries, South African countries. Likewise, you will find that India through land routes was also well connected with the rest of the part of the world. Now India's land routes were very old, and that has only started India's trade relationship with the other countries. As we know that India was very good for spices and so many things. So in order to get the trade, or in order to develop the trade in that particular commodities itself, India was selected as a market for number of other countries. Now these are the contributions which India has made to the other countries, or you can say that these are the things which was desired and for which the traders they have come to India. One, like the spices were there, the muslin is there. Muslin, that is a type of cloth. Then many of them they have traveled to India, or India has contributed to these kind of shastras, that is Upanishads are there, Panchatantra stories are there. Likewise, even these are also the India's contribution. We find India's decimal system is also a big contribution to the world. So India has contributed two types of things, one commodities and another ideas. So in the ideas, decimal system, stories and all they go, whereas in the commodities, the spices, the muslins and other merchandise goods they go. Now India has not only given, but we have also received many things from the other countries. Like especially we find that our constructions, that is our architectural work, is influenced by many of the different countries, like minarets and all, then domes. So they are all affected, or they are all influenced by the outside countries, which we will be getting more information in the textbook. Now coming to the India's political divisions and the India's neighbors also. Now this is the map which we have, the latest map of India today. We have altogether 27 states and we have 9 union territories. Now 27 states are there. There have been changes has been made, and 9 union territories. Earlier 7 were there. Now what are union territories basically? If we want to define union territories, we usually define them as the area directly controlled by the central government. That means the capital, national capital region, the Delhi. So they comes under the Prime Minister. They are directly controlled by the Prime Minister. Now why this might have been required? Now along with all 9 union territories, the reasons are different basically. Few of the union territories like Lakshadweep, then Puducherry and all, these were actually under the control of some other people. They were not under the control of Britishers when we got the freedom. They were under the control of French, Portuguese, Dutch and all. Now they did not get the freedom when the whole country got the freedom. They were freed, or they were given freedom afterwards. So by that time our all political divisions, states and all, they were done. So at that time where to include them? So then we have kept them likewise only, and then we declared them as the central government reign, that means the union territories. It will be having the government of union. Few of them, of course, because of some political purposes, like Chandigarh is there, Delhi is also a union territory, because that is a national capital basically. So all the 7 union territories which we have, in which we have 2 islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are there, Lakshadweep, this is the 2. We have Pondicherry, or the renamed one, Puducherry also. We have Div, Daman, we have Dadra and Nagar Haveli. We have Chandigarh. Now Chandigarh, it is a common capital of Punjab and Haryana, but Chandigarh in itself is also a union territory. These were 7 union territories earlier, and we have added last time, that is last year, 2 more, that is Ladakh and the Jammu and Kashmir. Even these were added as the union territories. Now this is the today's scenario. Here we have before independence also we were having such kind of divisions, but these divisions were known by different names. There were princely states and there were provinces. Now princely states and the provinces, what is the major difference? Princely states, it was very clear that the Indian rulers, Indian kings and all, they were ruling those particular places, but under the direction of the Britishers. It means they have accepted the rule of Britishers, and on behalf of the Britishers they were ruling. They were paying tax and everything to the Britishers. Whereas some other regions were provinces. Provinces, it means which was directly ruled by the Britishers. Like we were having Bengal as one province. It was directly ruled by the British officials. So this was before independence scenario, and this is the after independence. We have one more word here that is called as frontier. Frontier, it means basically a line or a border which is separating two countries. Like for example, to discuss over here, you will see, if I take the example of Pakistan. Now here you have the Pakistan as another country, and in front of Pakistan the states which are sharing our boundary, that is the border, these are Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat. So in between whichever line is there, that line is called as frontier. So if you get a question, name the frontiers of Pakistan. So who are the frontiers? Jammu, Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat. You will get a question like this in find out box. Let us take one more example like Nepal. Let us take Nepal as one country. Who are the frontiers of Nepal over here? Who is sharing the boundary? So one you find Uttarakhand is there, Uttar Pradesh is there, Bihar is there, West Bengal is also sharing, and Sikkim. So these are the frontiers for Nepal. Likewise, you have to find out the one who are actually sharing the land boundary with us. Neighboring countries. Now neighboring countries in your book they have given direction wise. Direction wise, it means like extreme north. If you have towards the north. Towards the north we have China, we have Nepal, we have Bhutan. Now these are the northern neighboring countries. If we say that is northeastern, we have Bangladesh, we have Myanmar. These are the two to the northeastern side. If we say northwestern, that means this particular section. Here you have Pakistan, we have Afghanistan also because it is sharing the boundary small, and even Tajikistan because it is also sharing very small boundary. So we have three countries on the northwest. Talking about the south. South, our neighboring countries are both island neighboring countries. One is Sri Lanka and another one Maldives. So these are the two island neighboring countries are there. Now to drag more attention, here you will see that India and Sri Lanka located at two different places, but you will see a narrow line is made over here. There is a dotted line, so it means there is a land part which is connecting. Now this land part you will find it is missing in one particular location. It is very small opening is there basically. Now this opening, that means there is a very narrow channel of water is there. A narrow passage of water is there. This is called as strait. This kind of feature is called as strait. Now what is strait? Strait, it means a narrow channel of water which is joining two major water bodies. Now this strait is joining which two major water bodies? One, Bay of Bengal it is joining, and another one, as here which ocean is here, that is Indian Ocean. So these two are joined by the particular strait, and the name of the strait which is given to this particular strait is called as P-A-L is silent, Park Strait. That is called as Park Strait. So India is separated. India is not joined with Sri Lanka. It is separate. India and Sri Lanka is separated by one narrow channel of water, and that is called as Park Strait. Here they have given the difference strait. Now strait here, a narrow channel of water which is joining two major bodies or water bodies. Park Strait, which is found near India, it is joining Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. See here with the strait, it is joining two major water bodies, but have you noticed that it is separating India land and Sri Lanka land? So it is separating two land masses, but it is joining two water bodies. Exactly opposite we have isthmus. Now isthmus is what? Isthmus is a feature. It is a narrow strip of land, like narrow strip of water we have seen. Similarly, narrow strip of land is there, and this land mass, this small strip, it is joining two major land masses, and such example we find in Isthmus of Panama, which is joining North America with South America. So here you have an example or the picture of that. Here very clear cut picture you will see, this is the North America and the South America. Now two very big land masses, but they both are joined together. Why? Because here you will see there is a strip of land, a narrow strip of land is there, and this strip of land, such kind of feature is called as isthmus. Clear? So here we end with our chapter 1. With the question and answers and all, we will be trying to attempt on our own, and I will be soon giving you the message for that. Thank you.